Hi kittens, and welcome back to Cat Talks. Today we're going to be playing a game. No, not very. Why did you choose very? We're going to see if I can describe all of the books that I read in Q1 of this year in 5 words or less. Let's see if I can remember what the book was about. Let's see if my powers of description are strong enough to tell you what it was about and to tell you whether it was any good in 5 words or less. My name is Kat, and this is a place where I talk. I'm gonna have to scroll a lot in Goodreads to get to the books from the beginning of this year. We're getting closer, we're in February. All right, so the first book that I read this month was Black Magic by R. St. Clair. This is an author-tuber's book, she writes horror. 5 words to describe this book, oh gosh. Manipulative, woman, mysterious deaths, okay. Then I read The Paper Magician by Charlie H. Holmberg. I thought this was great. This is gaslamp, fantasy, teacher, romance. Gaslamp, fantasy, teacher, romance, danger. There we go, 5. Moving on. The Storyteller's Secret by Sejal Batani. This was a infertility, family, bonds, culture, inspirational. Although I only rated it 3 stars, so not inspirational because of anything it has inside it, not because of the writing style. It was just like the feel of the book, you know? Oh, Anne Rule's The Stranger Beside Me, which is the story of Ted Bundy. Police, procedures, little information, dry. Then we have Dreams from My Father by Barack Obama. I really enjoyed this one. 5 words. History, interesting, roots, culture again, and family again. Norse Mythology by Neil Gaiman. We have dark, twisted, great, very, no, not very. Why did you choose very? Educational. Then I continued Charlie H. Holmberg's The Paper Magician series with The Glass Magician. 5 words for this one would be gaslamp, annoying, secrets, tightly laced. Then we have The Winnermaker by Jeff Bond. This was another self-published book actually. Intriguing, teacher, cult, manipulative, thriller. You should check that out, by the way, if you haven't already. Then we have The Prince by Niccolo Machiavelli. Slytherin, manipulative, politics, endearing, motivational. The Tethered Mage by Melissa Caruso. Magic, fire, politics, intrigue, daring. I don't know why I'm covering up my face. There's so much wall. Politics, intriguing, daring, fire, magic. Then I finished off the Charlie H. Holmberg series with The Master Magician. Seclusion, boring, annoying, irritating, disappointing. I've already used that one, right? Oh well. I'll Come Running by KZ Kwan is a self-published short contemporary romance. Short contemporary romance, that's 3. Coffee, debt. Then I read Rhapsodic by Laura Talasa. Siren, Twisted, immortal, romance, addictive. Then I reread The Elements of Eloquence by Mark Forsyth. I didn't read all of it, but I did read a significant amount. That's because I love Mark Forsyth's writing. I don't know what the word for that would be. Well written, turns of phrase. No, that's not it. Turns of phrase, poetry, and argument. Then I read An Arc of Blind the Eyes by K.A. Wiggins. This one was confusing, dark, apocalyptic, fantasy, strange. Then I read Homegoing by Yaa Gyasi. Powerful, uplifting, family, bonds, love. Then I read another author-tuber's book and I read Twisted Fate by Jessie Elliott. Romance, fae, university, presumptuous, sassy. And then I read Paragon by Riley Tune. This is a book about superheroes, and it's about a person who was born to a superhero and a supervillain, and their parents both died defending the Earth, but obviously like the supervillains are looked at as the villains, so it's not exactly great. And this guy has to choose whether to be a hero or a villain. Interesting world, grey, school, bullying. So then I read Steel Hand, Cold Heart by Rachel Menard, which is a Viking fantasy about this young girl who has iron fused to her flesh, so she has claws and she can go about killing people, and she's supposed to be like this really tough warrior, and then she's sold into slavery by one of the fellow warriors. So adventurous, heartwarming, that's 2, right? No, that's 1. There's a colon in there. heartwarming, travel, dark, family. Then I read The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. This is a fantasy inspired by Islamic culture, and it's about a young girl who accidentally summons a genie and gets transported to a city of brass where all of the magical beings live. City is currently kind of in a bit of a civil war situation because there are certain divas that are looked down upon by others, and it's all a bit of a mess, and it's great politics and intrigue and twists and turns. Twists, turns, political intrigue, fire? I like that one though. Then I read The Oedipus Cycle, and this was by Aristotle? Nope, Sophocles. And then I read The Oedipus Cycle by Sophocles. This is a series, 3 Greek tragedies. They are tragedies. Tragedy! When you see your dad and he's going blind, it's tragedy! It is about a young man who was prophesied to kill his father and marry his mother. So his father obviously has him shipped off and killed. Unfortunately, he wasn't actually killed, and he comes back not knowing who his father is. And you can imagine what happens then. It's all about fate, and it's very long-winded. Fate, long-winded, Greek tragedy. Tragedy! Then we have The Fighter of Aldea by Kira Weston, Technologyless, Forests, Evil Mages, Rebellion. The Snow Gypsy by Lindsay Ashford. War, Missing Family, Finding Hope. Alienated by Melissa Landers, Human Like Aliens, Learning Empathy. Ooh, that one was really good. And then finally, to wrap it up, we have A Very Large Expanse of Sea by Tahira Mafi. High school, drama, dancing, Muslim empowerment. And that is all of the books that I read in Q1 of this year, so for between January and March. Let me know if you preferred it when I gave descriptions for the books before I tried to give the 5 words, or whether I shouldn't do that in the future, down in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. You guys who hang on here till the end are the best. Check out this video of, oh, that was weird. Check out this video to see all of the books that I read last month, and if you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button. My name has been Kat. I hope you have a great cup of tea and a book to fall into, and I will see you next time.